everyone, my name is Tanya Warneke, and I am presenting my research proposal for the Business Communications Summer 2019 course. I am both a UCM student and a UCM staff member. Since I arrived on campus in 2014, I have noticed fewer and fewer international students on campus. This led me to ask myself the question, where have all the international students gone? According to the 2018 UCM Factbook released by the University Analytics and Institutional Research Department, in 2015, international student enrollment peaked, as you can see here on the table. The majority of those students were from India, as indicated by the blue portion of the bar. There were over 2,700 students enrolled here in 2015. Then you come over to 2018 and you see a drastic drop. There are just over 600 students total enrolled, with half of those students being from India. So there are a few factors that are completely independent from each other that led to this drastic decline almost overnight. The 2016 presidential election was one of those factors. Immigration policy was the forefront of the election. Donald Trump rallied supporters by promising drastic immigration reform and building a wall to crack down on illegal immigrants getting into the country. This caused fear and anxiety even among legal immigrants, as they no longer felt safe and welcome here in the United States. The New York Times reported that this Trump effect resulted in a 40% decline in international student applications across the country. Now, at the same time this was going on, there was also a cash crisis in India. If you remember, the majority of our international students are from India, so anything affecting India is going to affect our numbers here. In an attempt to crack down on corruption, the Indian government eliminated the two largest denomination notes from its currency almost overnight. The BBC News reported that this caused widespread economic hardship, especially among small villages. I had spoke with Dr. Shelley Hewitt, who is the director of the Graduate and International Student Services Department here at UCM, to get a better idea of the enrollment process for international students. And she told me that in order to gain admittance to UCM, they have to qualify for a United States student visa. Part of the visa application process is providing financial documentation stating that they can fully support themselves with tuition and housing while here. With a cash crisis of this nature in India, a lot of students were unable to present that documentation and be approved for a U.S. visa. To compound the situation further, the United States started seeing competition from other countries for international student enrollment. While the United States was seeing a drastic decline in its numbers, Canada saw an 18% increase, with the largest source of growth being from India. And this was reported in an article to the Professionals in International Education written by Carrie Kennedy. Now, what exactly does drastic drops in international student enrollment mean for the university? Well, as you can see here on this picture of the UCM website, Missouri residents pay half the tuition that non-residents pay. This non-resident tuition applies to both out-of-state and out-of-the-country students. So how can we fix this? How can we attract international students back to UCM? Well, we need to find out what attracts them before we can lay out a plan. So I propose doing online research where I will focus on message boards and blog posts for international student support sites to see what it is that international students are looking for when they are looking for a university to attend. I will also complete a survey that I will distribute to international students via email, not only here on campus, but at other surrounding campuses, to see what it is that they were looking for and why they chose their particular institutions and to come to the United States as opposed to other options they had in other countries, such as Canada. The research schedule I have lined out here will take just under 2 weeks to complete. It will include setting my online search criteria, creating the student survey, releasing the student survey, completing the research, analyzing the data, organizing my findings, and putting together a presentation to the client. This will be a low-cost project that will only cost man-hours with no monetary out-of-pocket expense. I have allotted approximately 2 hours a day for each task in order to complete the project on time. It will take approximately 19 hours total to complete. So let's get started. I am very eager to get started on this research proposal, but before I can, I do need your signature on the authorization page. If you could return that to me by June 28th, I will be able to start my research and get this project going on schedule as outlined in my previous diagram. Thank you.